In the middle of the Phoenix summer, when our temperatures soared past 110 degrees, an 8-month-old cattle dog named Claire was left outside, locked in a crate. No shade, no water. Trapped for hours in unbearable heat.
Lacey and I were out in the field together that day, and I think around 3 o'clock our dispatch called us and said they felt like this call was urgent. They said that a dog had been in direct sunlight in the kennel, no water, since 7 a.m. and we were already at around 3 o'clock.
When we first saw her, the staff at the apartment complex had removed her from the backyard and were trying to triage her themselves in the leasing office. It's definitely one of those critical situations. We walked into her just kind of lateral, laying on the ground, not really responsive. We knew that it was a heat distress call, so we already knew that it was gonna be a critical situation. Getting the temperature on her and seeing that it was 109, probably a little bit higher. Our thermometers don't even read that high. It's definitely something that's really distressing. 104 is usually when you start seeing, possible seizures, you start running into organ failure. So for her to be at 109 and still here, she by all means shouldn't be here.
Once Claire had begun to cool down, our rescue team transported her to the Lazen Animal Foundation Trauma Hospital at our new Papago Park campus. What they didn't realize yet was that beneath her fur, another serious problem was waiting to be revealed.
We stabilized her and she was doing better, but a few days later she started having a wound on her back, and that's when we really noticed that there was more problems than we saw initially.
When we got her, she had some, I don't even know how to describe it other than like bubbling under her fur. We were pretty shocked. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
After surviving extreme temperatures, Claire now faced a new danger. Her open wounds were at risk of becoming infected.
Claire required multiple types of treatment to help with these severe wounds. One is honey bandages, so we apply medical grade honey onto the wound. The other care that we provided for these wounds was with our cold light laser therapy machine, and we are able to utilize that machine directly onto the wounds, and it really increases healing and response time. We are really fortunate with our donors and our support system here to have the machines and the equipment that we do. We utilize our cold laser light therapy machine every single day. It makes a substantial difference for the healing time and the comfort for these pets.
After several weeks of treatment and wound care, Claire was stable enough to finish her healing journey in a loving foster home.
When I met her was just when I went to walk her, and I saw all this horrible scabbing on her back, and I just thought, wow, somebody did that to her. It wasn't an accident. That's when I filled out the foster paperwork.
After being given time to heal in her foster home, Claire was almost across the finish line. But before she could be made available for adoption, there were 2 very special members of staff that she needed to say goodbye to.
I feel incredibly grateful that she is such a little miracle. I can't believe that she survived all that she has.
She by all means shouldn't be here, so it's amazing that she's here.
While on scene, once the police arrived and granted us a seizure, they did attempt to get a hold of her previous owner and were able to, and asked her to come back to the property. They did arrest her on scene for animal cruelty. Once we realized how severe her burns were, we asked that it be resubmitted for felony charges.
We really couldn't do the work that we do without all of our amazing donors and donations, our volunteers, our staff. It truly takes a village to help animals like Claire.